Alright everyone, welcome to this video. Yanis here. Today I'm going to be showcasing to you a $2,000 per month AI automation system that I sold to a solar company that is able to generate qualified appointments from traffic it receives from Facebook ads. So I'm going to start with the flow first so you understand how this works from a 30,000 foot view. I'm going to break down the agent and the prompting that went into it. I'm going to show you the actions it's able to take and how I set them up in make.com. We're going to be testing it, and also I'm going to tell you how I'm planning to productize this service so I can go ahead and sell it again and again and again to different solar companies without having to build it from scratch every single time, which is a huge game changer. So if you want to learn all that, make sure you stick until the end, and also leave a like to the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and let's dive into my computer. So I'm going to start out by breaking this flow first. So as you can see, this is a lead qualification and appointment setting or appointment management automation. And this company right here, A&R Solar, primarily gets their traffic through Facebook ads. So you can see they're running quite a few Facebook ad campaigns right now. And the way the flow works is people call traffic, see the ad on Facebook, and then they call a phone number. But that phone number, instead of being connected to a real human, is connected to our voice agent, who has as his primary purpose to qualify the prospect according to a set of criteria, and if they're a good fit, schedule an in-person site visit and free consultation. Now, there are a few different scenarios that can take place when somebody calls the agent. Number one, they might have questions about the services or the company. So in that case, if they're asking for additional information, the agent has access to a large knowledge base that can allow it to draw information from and answer all the inquiries of the customer. But at the same time, is going to try to identify if they are interested in solar installation, because this company primarily focuses on residential solar panel installation. And if that's the case, then it's going to proceed with qualifying the prospect. If it's not a good fit, it's going to politely end the call. If the prospect is qualified, then it's going to schedule an appointment. And there are a few different actions that it can take as well to interact with the Google Calendar of the company that I'm going to show you in a little bit. Another scenario is somebody calls the agent, they directly indicate their interest in solar installation. In that case, it just goes straight to qualification and it does the same thing. Or the last scenario is somebody already has a call booked and maybe they want to cancel that appointment or reschedule it. And in this scenario, the same thing happens, but it basically either changes the time of their call or it cancels it completely. And I've set the prompt in such a way where if somebody wants to cancel their call, the agent is going to first recommend to them to reschedule. And if they insist, then obviously it's going to make the cancellation. But the interesting thing here is that the agent is primarily focused on advancing the prospect through the sales cycle. So even if somebody asks just for some basic information, the agent is going to still try to basically make a pitch to them and direct them to book a call if they're really that interested. So that's pretty good. Now, I want to dive into the agent itself and kind of walk you through it. So again, I've built this in oneinbox.ai, which at this point is by far my favorite platform for building voice agents that are designed to answer inbound calls. So this is a lead qualification appointment setting agent for A&R Solar, time zone UTC. I've used the voice of Lucas, and then English language. They have a few more options here as well. Advanced settings, I played around them a little bit just to make sure everything is fine and it works perfectly. But the real interesting part here is the prompt itself, which is pretty large. It's about 13 Google Doc pages long. And the reason it's so long is because OneInbox at this point in time doesn't offer a knowledge base feature, which means that you cannot directly upload a list of information to your agent to use as knowledge. So what I did is I put the knowledge base in the prompt itself. So that's why it's so big. But even without the knowledge base, the prompt is like 5 pages long. So I'm going to add it in the description of the video because I don't want to spend too much time going through it. But to give you the basic stuff, I identify the agent with a role. So your name is Alex. You're the best customer support and appointment setting specialist in the world. You work for a solar company called A&R Solar. Your job is to assist potential customers who call with any questions they may have about solar installation or your services, asking qualifying questions and generating appointments. Then I define the agent's personality. So as you can see here, it is crucial that you maintain a professional and respectful tone in all conversations. Then I give it tasks, and this is, I think, the most important aspect of the prompt itself, because it allows the agent to understand step by step what it is supposed to do in each different situation. So a task for a voice agent is like giving your employee at your company a list of SOPs they need to follow. So if this happens, you do this and this and that. If that happens, you do that and that. So different processes that the agent is supposed to follow. And the major tasks that this agent is going to be doing are: number one, greeting customers when you answer the phone; two, providing information; three, qualifying the prospect; four, booking appointments; five, rescheduling existing appointments; and number six, canceling existing appointments; seven, escalating the call to a human manager; and number eight, ending the call. And I also give it some conversation guidelines. And by the way, you can see here the entire prompt is in markdown language. The reason I do that is because it just makes it easier for my agent to understand the entire prompt, and it also makes it much more effective and quicker to give the appropriate responses. Now, the way I do that is I just write the prompt on a Google Doc, I copy it, I paste it to ChatGPT, and I ask it, hey, can you convert me this prompt to markdown language? And then I copy that prompt, the ChatGPT outputs, and I just paste it directly here. Now, when it comes to qualifying the prospect, for example, there are two main criteria A&R Solar wants in order to deem a person worthy to book an in-person or a site visit with them. And these criteria are: number one, the person owns the property that they're interested in installing solar panels for. That's crucial. If you're renting the place or it's not yours, then obviously you have no say to it. And number two, the property must be getting sufficient sunlight. So before the agent schedules an appointment, it makes sure that this criteria are being met by the prospect himself. And only if they're met, it's going to proceed with scheduling the appointment. And obviously you can add any criteria you want here. Again, I'm going to leave the prompt in the description in case you want to copy it. So when it comes to booking the appointment, then it's asking for their name, their address, their email, their time and date for the appointment as well. Now, when it comes to rescheduling the appointment or canceling the appointment, it's only asking for their email and the time they want to set up the new appointment for. And the reason is only asking for their email, as I'm going to show you in the make.com scenarios, is because I set it up in such a way where on make.com it does a search based on the email the person has used to book their first appointment to find it, so it can reschedule it. So we don't really need additional information there. And I'm also going to test it for you to see that everything works fine. So let's actually give it a quick test right here. So schedule a new appointment. I'm going to first walk you through this automation, which is pretty simple, and then I'm going to test it. So as you can see, every single automation here starts with a webhook. And the reason is because we want a way to transfer data from our agent to make.com. So that's what a webhook does. You create the webhook, you copy this address right here, and then you go to one inbox, actions, and then you add an action, you paste the webhook, you name it, and then everything is fine. So from here, as the agent transfers raw data to the automation, we are using an OpenAI module which transforms text to structured data in order to extract the information that we want from the transcript of the call. So the text to parse is obviously the transcript of the call, and then the prompt is use this transcript to extract the user's name, their email and address, also extract the time and date the user wants to schedule their appointment for, and I also instructed to extract everything, output all the details as far as time goes in this specific format. And the reason I'm using this format is because it's the one recommended by the make.com platform. So I just copied this format right here and I pasted it. This will be the start time of the appointment, and then I instructed in order to calculate the end time of the appointment, add 60 minutes to the start time. And the reason we also want the end time is because when we go ahead and create a Google Calendar event, it's going to ask us when does the appointment start and when does it finish, so that it knows which slot to book out in your calendar. This is simple stuff, guys. Let's just wait for it to load again. Okay, so I also gave it access to the time, so it knows what time it is right now. And the way I do that is I just click here, I come to this calendar module and I insert this variable which says now, which basically gives this prompt an understanding of what is the time right now. Then I create the data definition for all the parameters or the variables that we want to capture. Name, text is required, then email, text again required, then address, then start time, and then end time. And that's pretty simple. And then I add a create an event calendar module. I connect it to my calendar. I give it a name. Start date is obviously the start time. End date is obviously the end time. And the reason it knows is because we created these variables from the ChatGPT module and we added them into the Google Calendar. So that's how it knows when the appointment starts and when it ends. And then it's pretty much gonna go ahead and create an appointment. So let's give it a shot, see that it's actually working. So I'm not bullshitting you guys. Let's go to One Inbox. Now I'm going to call this agent directly through the web call feature of One Inbox. Another way I can go about doing it is going here to phone numbers. If I call this phone number right here, it's going to connect me to the agent. And the way you add phone numbers is obviously you click here and you can pretty much purchase them. But now let's try a web call with this guy.
Hi, this is Alex from A&R Solar. How can I help you today?
Hi Alex, I saw one of your ads on Facebook and I'm kind of interested in installing solar panels at my home. Yeah, so I wanted to get some additional information.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help you with that. To get started, can I ask if you own the home where you're considering installing the solar panels?
Yes, I'm the sole owner of the home, been so for 5 years now.
Great. It's good to know you own your home.
Of course.
Now, can you tell me if your property gets sufficient sunlight throughout the day? For example, do you have any large trees or buildings that might block the sun?
Not really. Yeah, I suppose it's getting a lot of sunlight throughout the day. That shouldn't be a problem.
That sounds promising. Since you own your home and it gets plenty of sunlight, you seem like a great fit for solar installation. Would you like to schedule a site visit for a free solar consultation? This will give you a chance to learn more about the benefits, costs, and the process of going solar. If so, could you please provide me with your name?
Yes, I'll be interested in that for sure. Before I do that, can you actually kind of walk me through the process of going solar at my home just so I can have a better picture?
Of course. Here's a quick overview of the process of going solar with us. 1, request a quote. You've already taken the first step by reaching out. After our consultation, we'll gather details about your project. 2, site visit and custom design. During the site visit, one of our design consultants will assess your property and discuss your energy needs. They'll create a custom solar design that meets your production goals, fits your budget. 3, financing options. We'll walk you through various financing options, including available state and federal incentives.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I get it. I understand. All right, cool.
Glad to hear that. Now, let's go ahead and schedule that site visit for your free solar consultation.
Yep.
Could you please provide me with your name?
Yes, my name is John.
Thank you, John. Now, could you please provide me with your address?
Yes, my address is 123 Fuck You Street.
Thank you, John. Could you please provide me with your email address?
Of course, 123@gmail.com. It's my email.
It seems there might be a small error in the email format. Could you please confirm it for me? It should be in the format of example@gmail.com.
Yes, it's 123@gmail.com.
Great. Thank you for that. Now, what date and time would work best for you to schedule the site visit for your free solar consultation?
Yeah, are you open on Mondays?
Yes, we are open on Mondays. What time on Monday would work best for you?
Perfect. I would like to schedule for Monday, 10 a.m. in the morning.
Let me check the availability for Monday at 10 a.m. One moment, please.
Sure.
Pause for a moment. It looks like we have availability at that time. I'll go ahead and schedule your site visit for Monday at 10 a.m. To confirm, here's what I have. Name, John address, 123 Buckview Street, email 123@gmail.com. Appointment Monday at 10 a.m. Does everything look correct?
Yeah, everything looks fine. Thank you.
You're welcome, John. Your appointment is confirmed for Monday at 10 a.m. If you have any further questions or need assistance before then, feel free to reach out. Have a great day, and I look forward to helping you with your solar journey.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, so here you have it, guys. I'm going to need to tweak the responsiveness and the speed of it a little bit because I think it's too fast. Maybe I'll also need to change the voice to make it a little more, approachable and warm to people. I think this guy's a freaking cold guy, but let's see. Okay, so the automation ran fine. Let's see if it created the appointment in my calendar. Here it is. So tomorrow, Monday, 10 a.m., 123 Fuck You Street. This is it, guys. Now, of course, the rest of the automations also work. So for example, if I want to go ahead and cancel the appointment or reschedule it, I'm gonna just go kind of follow the same process, call the agent, ask it if I can cancel my appointment or reschedule it, and then he's gonna assist me with that. Now, one little thing I also wanna break down for you guys is when it comes to the knowledge base, and again, I've kind of integrated the knowledge base for this agent directly into the prompt. That's not really recommended. I'm kind of waiting for OneInbox to release the knowledge base feature. But in this case, what I did is I copied the URL of the website of the company, and I went to this site right here called Firecrawl, and I pasted it. And what this does is it kind of scans all the pages of this website, and it summarizes everything in markdown format. All you have to do is just copy the markdown format and then go to your agent and paste it. It's going to make it much easier for your agent to understand what kind of information he's looking for in order to provide to the caller. So that's a little hack I suggest you try. Now, if I want to cancel my appointment, all I have to do is just call this guy again. Yeah, I'm going to hang it up because I forgot to initiate the actual webhook here. So let's go back, cancel appointment. Let's run this first, wait for new data. And now let's give it a call. So I'm going to show you that.
Hi, this is Alex from A&R Solar. How can I help you today?
Hi, Alex. Yes, so I have an appointment scheduled for tomorrow, and I'm afraid I kind of have changed my mind and I want to cancel it. So can you help me?
Of course, I can help you with that. Could you please provide me with the email you used to schedule your previous appointment?
Yes, of course. My email is 123@gmail.com.
I understand. Before I proceed with the cancellation, would you like to consider rescheduling for a different time?
No,
If
no.
not, I can go.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just cancel my appointment. I'm busy.
Got it. I'll go ahead and cancel your appointment. Just to confirm, you want to cancel the appointment scheduled for tomorrow?
Correct.
Your appointment has been successfully canceled. If you have any further questions or need assistance in the future, feel free to.
Yeah, of course, man. Have a good one. All right, so let's see if this worked. Just wait for it to receive the data. Boom, everything seems fine. Let's go back, and as you can see, my appointment is canceled. And the way this automation works, by the way, is it's basically the same here. We only extract the email from the transcript of the call, and then we do a search query using a search events calendar module, and we do the search query based on the email, and then we associate that email with the event ID so it knows which event it should cancel. So pretty simple stuff, guys. Now, I also want to tell you how I'm planning to productize this solution as well, because a lot of people are kind of interested in that, and some of you guys are reaching out to me on Instagram and asking me questions about productizing your services. And by the way, guys, I'm completely open to that. So if you have questions or you need help in your agency, shoot me a DM on IG. I'm going to leave my link in the description somewhere so you can click on it. But essentially, the way you productize this is you keep the basic prompt the same, and all you have to do is just copy, paste it to a new agent, make some tweaks to it based on the new company's criteria, let's say for qualifying people, and then the automations are the exact same thing. All you have to do is copy the automation and then basically clone it and then change the webhook of it so it's connected to the new agent, and it becomes super easy, guys. It's really that simple. So the first agent, it might take you a few hours to set up the prompt, the automations, the scenarios, everything. But then once you have that set up, you can just clone it, make a few tweaks to it to adapt to the new company's way of doing business, and then you're pretty much good to go. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what kind of content you want to see from me. If you have any ideas about different things you want me to build, or if you want me to make videos on how to cold call to sign agency clients, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in another video.